Hello everyone, my name is Sarah and welcome to another honors chemistry video lecture. So today I'll be talking about the human microbiome. So the human microbiome isn't something we usually think about or talk about on a daily basis, but it's important to know the purpose of our microbes and what they can do for us in our body. So this is the outline for my presentation, for my lecture. So we'll be going over what the human microbiome is, what a microbiome is in general. We'll go over some vocab words. Then we'll go over in what ways does our microbiome affect us negatively and positively. Then after that, we'll talk about how unique every single person's microbiome is. Then after, we'll talk about how chemistry and the microbiome relate. Then we'll go over COVID-19 and how it connects to my research topic. Then lastly, we'll talk about who, what, where, when, and how, which is just a bit of history having to do with my research. So these are the three vocab words you need to know. So microbiome is a community of microorganisms such as bacteria, archaea, fungi, and as well as viruses that inhabit an ecosystem or an organism. And within those microbiomes are microbes, which are microorganisms. And these are the 4 types, which are also listed above. And lastly, dysbiosis is an imbalance in the microbiome that could create autoimmune diseases or other illnesses. So the human microbiome is basically just a collection of trillions and trillions of microbes living in and on the human body. So they're about 1,000 times smaller than the average human body cell and make up around 2% of our body weight. There are also 10,000 plus known species of bacteria, and we have a give and take relationship with them that's often beneficial unless it's in the case of an illness or imbalance or a virus. So then researchers are continuing to study connections between the human microbiome health and disease. So their ultimate goal in the end is just to understand what makes a healthy human microbiome and what ways to figure out what ways we could manipulate them to perhaps repair it or keep it healthy. So this is just a photo of where some types of bacteria reside on our body. If you'd like to read them, I'm not going to read them, but you can go ahead and pause. So you can go ahead and pause here, but this is just a pie chart of where most of the bacteria reside. For example, the GI tract has 29% of bacteria on your body. And so we'll actually be going over the gut microbiome we'll mostly be going over the gut microbiome in this presentation just because that's what most researchers have researched and that's what we most know about. So what do microbes do to help or possibly harm our body? So the microbiome is essential for human development, immunity, and nutrition. So they help us survive basically. And our microbiome helps us to break down and store new proteins from any food we may digest. And you could feed 2 people the exact same food, but they would react differently to it, or the microbes would react differently because everyone has different microbes, different bacteria in the gut microbiome. It's also possible that 10% of our energy is made available to us by these microbes, and those living on our skin actually help to break down oils and help protect us from other harmful bacteria that could cause infection and illness. So I was talking about dysbiosis in the vocab, so this is where it comes in. So autoimmune diseases such as diabetes and muscular dystrophy are associated with this dysfunction in the microbiome. And so these accumulate over time, and eventually this could be passed down through the family's microbiome, not so much to DNA inheritance to other members, future members of the family. So the microbes can actually even affect what meals and snacks you might crave throughout the day. For example, if you eat more fast food, those fast food loving bacteria will multiply and grow bigger and send signals and chemicals up to your brain telling you, oh, eat more of this type of food. We want more of this type of food. So that's why it could be a bit harder to go on a diet and to lose weight and to decide to even go on a diet or think of it. So these microbes grow over time and multiply, and this could cause gut problems and obesity. So these microorganisms can even affect who you may or may not get along with. So having a diversity of the social relationships might ensure a more diverse microbiome, which is what we know now as a healthy microbiome. So many people also don't know this, but different microbes can create different odors. That's why everyone smells different when they perspire. So some people might have bacteria that smell worse than others and vice versa. And so this could also play a role in how we choose partners or how we choose certain friends to hang out with and certain friends not to hang out with. So some of the most dramatic changes occur in a person's infancy and early childhood. So environmental factors and lifestyle habits, such as how often a person showers, what they eat, what type of clothing they wear, how much time they spend outside, who they interact with, and where they live, as well as any antibiotics or any medicines could determine the composition of a person's microbiome. So knowing all of these factors now that could affect our body and our microbiome, um, this just shows that we should be able to take care of ourselves all the time so we can have a healthy microbiome. So you're unique. So every person has different microbes in their microbiome. A person's microbiome is actually as unique as their fingerprint, though actually some people might have similar species, but it's mostly different throughout the population. So when we emerge from the womb, we accumulate our mother's bacteria first. Then after a few years, for example, when we enter school, we start gathering our own special unique microbiome from either other friends or from different foods we've been eating or even just going to school. There's different microbes in the air and on the desks, etc. So chemistry in the microbiome. Many scientists and researchers believe that the microbiome could be chemically manipulated to help an individual with their health. So this is definitely true. It's been proven. So this will actually help us to, if we do figure out a way to chemically manipulate it, it'll definitely help us with different therapies and medicines to help those who are having trouble with their health. So next is chemists are also trying to enhance our knowledge of the human gut microbiome by developing unique tools and approaches to studying microbial metabolic activities. So, most notably, chemical tools routinely used in other areas of biology, since this does have to do with living organisms, with bacteria, the living, basically. And many research has already been done on the impact that certain skin products do to an individual's skin chemistry. So there's experiment there was this experiment, this experiment that I actually heard of while researching, where these volunteers went in every week to get their skin swabbed and tested to see if there were any remnants of skin products. And it actually came out that there were remnants of their skin products after each week, though they had thoroughly washed their face every day or every other day. And so this just goes to show that it can change an individual's skin chemistry and as well as their microbes and microbiome on their face, on their skin. And here too, chemicals are released when microbes communicate with your brain. So this is mostly talking about when the gut microbiome communicates with your brain, sending signals, sending chemicals, telling you, oh, eat more of this or eat more of this. Oh, maybe you should have this today. And as well as when certain odors are released, certain chemicals are released from those different microbes too. Who, what, where, when, and how. So in 1940, researchers highlighted dental problems could be linked to changes to ecology of the microbial community in the mouth. So I think this could definitely help us with certain treatments, such as, for example, maybe we could take more diverse and not so much harmful microbes, take them from that person and transfer them to this person's teeth or this person's gums, and maybe it would help their dental problems disappear or almost disappear. Next is US scientists argued eradicating one type of bacterium living peacefully in humans opens vacuum for dangerous invaders. This was from 1962 to 1966. So I think this is very true because most of the bacteria living in and on us is living peacefully. That, or it's just working and it's beneficial. So I think that could definitely open up and be dangerous and could lead to illnesses if we did try that out. Next is on the 1st of January 2009, experiments in germ-free mice reveal role of gut microbiome in obesity. So I mentioned this before with the cravings and how they send signals to your brain, and I think that just goes to show that it is true. It is true that certain foods you eat can affect your mind and your body, especially your gut microbiome. So it's important to know what you're eating and how well you're eating. Lastly, on the 24th of February 2017, researchers report patients with greater diversity of gut bacteria have better response to cancer immunotherapy. So again, I think this could just help us develop therapies and different medicines and different approaches to helping patients of whatever diseases or illnesses. So this could definitely help us, make a breakthrough and hopefully create a solution to these problems. And speaking of, diseases and illnesses and viruses, recent research has actually shown that the gut microbiome plays an essential role in the body's immune response to infection and in maintaining overall health. So what this is talking about is basically the food you eat has a big impact on the range and type of microbes in your gut. So a diverse microbiome is a healthier microbiome. So healthier gut microbiome means healthier and stronger immune system, and this is what could help to fight off any viruses or illnesses trying to go into your body. And microbiome diversity actually declines as you get older, so this could help to explain why most of the first cases of the coronavirus were actually elderly people. Summary. So to summarize this lecture, the human microbiome is diverse from person to person. The microbes help your body function correctly and help to keep you up and running. Most of the time they're in symbiosis or balance with your body, so it's a beneficial relationship we have with them. However, if there is an imbalance or dysbiosis, it could lead to illnesses and autoimmune diseases. So your microbes can affect everything and anything, although we're still learning about it. It's a relatively new topic. It is possible that they can affect everything. So as of now, we do know that they can control what you eat, they control your health, but most importantly, they're here to help you. And you can also affect your own microbiome, your lifestyle, like diet, any medicine you might take, and especially in your youth might affect it. The diversity especially might affect it. So most microbes are here to help you. If they're not beneficial, they're mostly just there and harmless. They're just peacefully living on or in you. So it's just important now that you know all of this, and it's important to take care of yourself so they can be able to take care of what you can't see. So though we haven't yet though we have yet to completely discover what the human microbiome is completely about, they're with you throughout your entire life and grow and change with you. They are your lifelong friends. So lastly, I want to end on this. Remember to celebrate World Microbiome Day on the 27th of June. Here are my citations. Feel free to pause. Okay, I want to thank you for watching and for your time. I hope to answer any questions you may have about this lecture. Bye.